Good evening, Shaklee Facebook family. How are you guys? We are back.
Hello, hello.
I'm Teresa Sakis, and this is Denise Gaskell, and we are here tonight to talk about sports nutrition, so we're all excited.
Woohoo!
Thank you for joining us. Denise, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and really how you're using the, well, you know what, before we do that, we'll give everybody 1 second to get started. Let me back up 1 minute. We have, for some of you.
Housekeeping?
Yeah, housekeeping. We have a new Shaklee catalog that has come out.
I love it. It's great.
It's awesome. And we have a ton of new products that have come out. So I want to, hi Jennifer, thanks for joining us. And so if you guys need a new catalog, definitely let us know. And we can get one out to you, or I can get one out to you. And then I've got to say, because Denise has been using, and myself also, but I just was sitting really close to Denise, as you can see right now. And there is such a difference in her skin. It looks amazing with the skincare.
I actually absolutely love all the Shaklee products, but the skincare, the new products are amazing. I love putting them on.
They look great. They look great.
Well, thank you.
You look great.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, they do look great, but they look good on her. So that's another housekeeping item, which I mentioned a couple weeks ago, that we have a new skincare line. So if you haven't had an opportunity to get together and hear about that, definitely let me know. Youth is the name of it. Okay, so like I mentioned, tonight we're going to be talking about sports nutrition. And Denise, you have been an athlete for quite some time, and you've been using the products for a while. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Sure.
About, I know, how you got started in Shaklee and what you've been doing with your sports.
Well, when I first got started in Shaklee, I was not doing sports. I was a busy woman about to get married and then have 4 babies, and during that whole time I really didn't do a whole lot other than taking care of the kids and walking. And so then when it became time to take care of myself, right, I started doing some running and found that, you know, the nutrition was great. I was glad to know what I knew, but I was so glad that Shaklee had sports nutrition products to help me, you know, not only give me the energy, but fuel and repair and recover. So those are the 4 products that we're going to talk about tonight.
Awesome. So I've been in Shaklee now for 22 years. Last month was actually my anniversary, 22 years. I know I don't look that old, right?
You were illegally started in Shaklee.
Right, exactly. But the products have made a huge difference for me from a sports, well, first, most of you know, or if you hadn't heard my story before, I got into Shaklee because I had an autoimmune, or have an autoimmune disease that affects the intestine. So the Shaklee products made a big difference for me on that. And I enjoy working out and staying fit. That is really just a big piece of who I am. And the products have allowed me to do that and have some great success. So I'm in a boot camp 3 days a week. I do hot yoga. I also do running, play soccer. You know, there's a lot of things I'm involved in. Active, yes. And I can't do that without these products, because as we get older, you'll start to notice that sometimes recovery is harder, and also competing against younger people can make a difference. But also, these products are great for people who are mowing the lawn, if you're painting your home, anything just to stay, you know, fit, because we want to keep, you know, working out as long as we can, because that's going to help us. But these products will allow you to do that.
I love the thought. I know I've heard most recently that, you know, skinny doesn't necessarily mean healthy. And for a long time I was thin, but I really wasn't doing anything to stay thin, and I wasn't eating well, and it showed, like, in my skin and in my health. And then I realized that really fit is the new healthy, you know, so being active. And like you said, you can take into account mowing the lawn and, you know, parking way at the back of the grocery store and walking up, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be full-fledged. I mean, there is some activity that we need to be doing a couple times a week at least to get your heart rate up, and then, you know, some muscle building to build up that muscle. But everyday activities really do, as we get older, require some extra nutrition. So I love the Shaklee nutrition products, but again, the fitness products really do make the difference, like you said, to not only just compete, but to get through as we age.
Well, and I think that a lot of times I'll hear from people that they don't work out or they don't continue because they're so sore. They're finding recovery is difficult. So we're going to talk about some things that are going to help with that. So let me first explain. So Shaklee had and still has some wonderful sports products. We have updated those products, and we're going to talk about those now. And really, the easiest way to describe that is we now have 2 lines.
Yes.
So you want to tell us what they are?
Sure. So we have an endurance line, which we're not going to focus too much on, but the endurance line is really for those elite athletes, the Olympic committee has used the Shaklee products and still does. They've done that for years. So for people who are really pushing their body, maximum endurance, if you're doing some of these big ultra marathons or bike rides.
I think there's a thumbs up to that. So there's a lot of people that are doing the bike rides that are 100 miles or more, or, you know, I know there's that big bike ride, I forget the name of it. Hal, you could probably type that in a chat box, that happens out in Iowa that a lot of people are doing. So somebody that's doing that long endurance, they would probably be choosing our product line for the sports nutrition that's called Endurance.
Yes, but for the everyday warrior, like you were talking about, even people who are competing in shorter, maybe marathons or doing some of those hard activities, but really more a weekend warrior or every other day workout type of person, we have a fitness line. It's simply called Fitness, and it's got 4 products that are super simple to use, super tasty.
Wait, I just saw Hal type that. Ragbri, right? Is that how you say that?
Ragnar? Well, is that?
Yes.
Or is that another one? Yeah.
Yeah, the long one that happens in Iowa. Thank you, Hal.
Gotcha. Yes. I've done a Ragnar before, which is running, and we ran 3 consecutive days over 100 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, and you take turns, and that was endurance. I needed some of the endurance products to kind of fuel me through that. But for my everyday runs and everyday workouts, I do some jazzercise, I do some running several times a week. I use the Fitness line. So the very first product is to kind of get that energy, right? Sometimes it's even hard just to get out of bed, right? So I use the Shaklee energy sticks for that.
Okay, so let's talk about this. First, before we go into the products, let me just explain 1 second about the fact that why are people using our sports products, especially when we mention the Olympic athletes. So there is a big issue with products on the market that they're not clean, they're not pure. And so we have a lot of athletes that use our products because, especially with the Olympic athletes, they can be called on at any point to be tested. And they're going to be urine tested and blood tested to make sure that they're not doping, and to make sure that their performance is actually their abilities and they're not using steroids or other, you know, other things that are out there. So one of the big problems for them is the fact that some of the nutrition products or proteins that they can be using can have contamination in the product, so it's not on the label.
Or hidden steroids. A lot of times companies use these cheap, inexpensive fillers, and they can be considered a contaminant, and then next thing you know, the Olympian is getting the knock on the door, and they're getting their medal pulled, or their entire team is getting pulled because of one person's mistake.
So that's why they come to us, because we guarantee that what is actually on the label is in the package. You're not going to find anything else, and that actually there is ingredients that are in the label that are in there, because sometimes that's another problem. So somebody may be saying there's a certain amount of protein, a company may say this, and when they test, they find out that there's half that amount of protein in the product. So you're going to know if you're using our products that they're pure, that they're safe, and that they're clean, guaranteed. So
there's been a lot of recalls. Actually, if you do some searches on some sports nutrition products, you'll see that there are constantly products being recalled, and it's because of hidden stimulants and other ingredients that are hidden in there, or just not good manufacturing process. And Shaklee guarantees that the products from start to finish are over and above organic, and they're going to get to you and in your bloodstream natural, just the way we make them.
Okay, so Energize, this product that Denise started to mention.
So let's get started, right?
Yeah.
What's some energy? And this is a tiny little stick. It has some powder in it. It really is a great little boost. You're just going to open it up and mix it in some water, and that's the great way to get started with your workouts.
So if you're doing some biking or anything that you do not have a lot of room to put the products in, it's nice that it's now coming in, and that was a big request we heard. Shaklee heard from customers that they wanted it in individual convenient packs that they could just put with them, you know, when they're biking or doing whatever other sport that they're playing.
Super simple. Just rip it open and throw it in your water bottle.
So how this product is used, you're going to take it before the workout. You can also take it during the workout. It's going to help with endurance, focus, give you some energy. We have a big group of people, myself included. I'm using it just throughout the day without even working out.
So when you get that 2 or 3 o'clock dip, when you're sitting there behind your computer or at work, or you just need a little boost, or if you're driving around even, you know, what's so nice is that you can rip this open and just throw that into your water. And I know you said you even had it hot.
Yeah, I mixed it up hot the other day, so you can do it a hot tea when those days get a little colder. Not today, it's really hot out. But also you would just mix it in with water. And now a couple of the ingredients that are in there, monk fruit. So some of you have probably never had a monk fruit, tasted it before. It's awesome. It's a little different tasting, very refreshing, but Shaklee chose that fruit to use because it's a natural way to sweeten the product without having to put a ton of sugar in the product. And this is a 0-calorie energy energy drink. And then also there is some coconut powder, which is in that product. So you'll
very refreshing.
Yeah, you'll taste a little bit coconut. And then the main ingredient is a coffee bean extract.
Woohoo!
So there is a little bit of natural occurring caffeine in this product. What I do notice is that I'm not getting hyped up. It is a steady energy that I'm getting, where I know the other day I was in front of somebody when I was in the gas station, and they had 2 of the Monster drinks as they were heading out the door. That's going to shoot you up and shoot you down in spikes in your energy. You're not going to notice that with this product. So
no, I like to say that it gives you that natural boost without your hair standing on end, and it's certainly not going to be a problem for your heart, which unfortunately a lot of those little boosts that come in the can that you would drink or mix, like you said, the Monsters or some of those other things that you might mix up. Shaklee doesn't use any artificial or unhealthy ingredients, so you're going to get that nice boost without any of that funky stuff.
Well, it's safe. And you know what? Something you made me just think of. One of the days we were playing women's soccer, one of my soccer teams. We were playing indoors one time, and we had a woman and she was probably only 25. She had 2 Monster drinks before she got on the field and played. At halftime, she passed out. We had to call an ambulance.
Oh, my goodness.
And the paramedics said it was because of a reaction that she had from running and having the 2 Monster drinks. So, you want something that's going to be safe but give you that energy.
I don't think people realize that those cans are typically like 3 and 4 servings,
With ton of caffeine.
Yeah, this you don't have to guess. This is 1 serving. You're just going to rip it open, throw it in your water, and you're good to go.
And I also like when you get down to the bottom of that, you can add more water. I got another full drink out of it, which is awesome. Okay, so next, one of the big challenges is staying hydrated.
Replacing those electrolytes. I mean, there's all kinds of gimmicks out there. I've seen, everything from pickle juice to salt water to drinking just coconut water. Again, no guessing. Shaklee scientists have worked on this product for over 50 years because we've been in the nutrition and wellness industry for 60 plus years, actually. So you got the science to back it up. It's going to give you the electrolytes you need, which means that you're going to stay hydrated during your workout and even after. A lot of times people will fall down after their after their run. They wonder how in the world, did people make it through maybe a marathon and then all of a sudden they collapse? It's typically because they're not hydrated, or they're throwing up, or they're not well. So it doesn't matter if you're just mowing the lawn, like you said, or doing a long run. You want to stay hydrated, and Shaklee's product does that.
So you would take this before, obviously during and after. I like to do it, a couple hours before, or maybe the day before I start taking it. Now, Shaklee also heard we have another hydration drink that has a little more sugar in it. So if you're doing more of the endurance, you're going to need that. And this product is low in sugar, low calorie. So this would be great if you're doing some short activities that you don't need that heavier sugar.
I poured it in my cup today and took it to jazzercise with me. So I love the flavor, and it's got that coconut water in it again, and it's just so smooth.
Now, with the Hydrate, it has all the electrolytes in there, so you're actually going to rehydrate, where a Gatorade does not. It has a lot of salt in there, and then we're getting into all of the additives.
Right, artificial colors. Certainly nobody needs the purple or the blue or the green coloring that is in those products, but that's marketing and it sells. Shaklee doesn't need to play those gimmicks or those games. We're going to give you the product that really, truly helps, and it tastes fantastic. It goes down super smooth. I love that Energize.
It does. I love it. Okay, another great product that people are really excited about. This is called Build. I know you can't see it too well with my lighting. We have to work on my lighting in here. But this is our recovery drink after your workout. It is a whey protein. Shaklee again heard what everybody was saying. They wanted something that didn't have any of the sugars in there, and there's got nothing in here. Low calorie other than protein. We have a lot of leucine in here, which is an amino acid, again, that's going to help you to hold on to that 100% muscle mass and pull the fat off. So you would take this 20 minutes after your workout. It can be mixed in water. I prefer it that way. Easier to do.
Easy to do.
Some people are using milk, but you can do, whatever you want. I was just with someone today who does triathlons, and when they saw this product, they were like, finally, something I can really, really, get my hands on and use. So they were really excited when they looked at the ingredients on this. Comes in chocolate and vanilla, if I didn't say that. Okay. So
yummy.
Awesome product.
Super good. You know, whey protein does offer a nice amount of the leucine, and it helps to build and repair. What a lot of people don't know is whey is what's left over after the milk process. So a lot of times that is a dirty ingredient. Years ago, there was so much of it left over during, I think it was the 40s, when they realized that they could turn that into a powder and sell it as powdered milk. Well, we certainly don't want dirty ingredients.
Right.
So Shaklee makes sure that this is a clean source of whey protein. So absolutely pure, and it's going to feed those muscles what it needs after you work out. So it's going to help with that repairing, which is important because we actually break down the muscles when we work out, but we need to feed them and repair them in order to rebuild them, and that's what this product does.
It is. It's great. It tastes good.
Mix
awesome.
is easy, smooth, like you said.
Okay, now one of the other big challenges that we hear is recovery. People are not able to get back out there and do it again. They're really sore. So we are so excited. This product is just amazing. It's called Recover.
Simple.
And simple.
Recover.
Right, and there's been a lot of research that is talking about cherries, a tart cherry, and that is what is in this product. In addition, Shaklee just didn't stop there. We have boswellia extract in here, and that is going to help with pain.
For joint health.
Right, for joint health. So we have a product separately that's called Pain Relief Complex, and they took that ingredient, the boswellia extract, and they applied that with the cherries. Now, this product gets taken at bedtime, which is very different, right?
It's very convenient though, right? Just next to the nightstand, drink it with some water, and you're good to go. It actually helps you sleep better. I know you were talking about that, helping you sleep through the night.
Yeah, because a lot of research, and Shaklee was ahead of its time, knew this. This is what I love about Shaklee, that the cherries can help with sleep. And a lot of times people are having challenges with sleep in general, or at it after you've worked out. If you're sore, you may not be able to sleep well. I've been using this product for 3 days now, and like I said earlier on another video we were doing, that for some reason I hadn't started it right away. And 3 days ago I started it. I was having some challenges where maybe I would wake up in the middle of the night randomly. I have no idea why. I'm sleeping fully throughout the whole night. No muscle soreness after lifting weights, nothing at all. So very quick results with this product.
Fantastic.
So that sort of that goes over the new line that we have. You can purchase this all in a kit if you'd like, where all 4 of those products come together.
And actually, if you do that before September 30th, you get a really awesome Shaklee water bottle. So
right.
There's a special going right now.
I forgot about that. Right, you get a free water bottle, glass water bottle.
Yes,
it's really pretty.
It's very pretty.
So you can do it that way or order individually, so you don't have to purchase it in a pack. If you want one or the other, you always can do that. So definitely let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like some samples. I can get that out to you. But that gives you a recap of the new Shaklee Sports products. And thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And like I mentioned, feel free to send me a message if you got any questions.
Good night.
Good night. Bye everybody.
Bye-bye.